Merse was the first true colorist in the history of Hungarian painting and the forefather of Hungarian plein air landscape painting. Born into a noble family with over 700 years of history, Pál was the third of 8 children of Félix Szinyei Merse and Valéria Jekelfalusi. Félix Szinyei was a great supporter of his son's artistic ambitions, and his mother was a lover of literature and music. Szinyei lived most of his life in Jernye, on the estate that belonged to the Szinyei Merse family for centuries. It was here and the surrounding quaint countryside in today's Slovakia that he created most of his plein air landscapes and family portraits. From 1856, the future painter attended the Catholic high school in Eperjes, today in Slovakia, where he and all his Hungarian classmates were failed for demonstrating disrespect for their Slovak teachers during a political protest. This led him to private schooling until 1864, when he started to pursue his passion for art at the Academy of Fine Arts in Munich. One of his first significant paintings date from this time, the portrait of his brother, Szinyei Merse. At the Academy, Szinyei first studied under the tutelage of Alexander von Wagner and later Carl von Piloty, the German historical painter. It was von Piloty who encouraged him to try his hands at plein air painting, a style that would come to define much of his later work. In 1868, he created several masterpieces such as The Faun and Nymph, Bathing Hut with Boy, and Mother and Her Children. This latter painting was bought immediately after completion by an art dealer and ended up in the United States. It was discovered only 100 years later by art historian Anna Szinyei Merse, great-granddaughter of the artist. These were followed by the portrait of his older brother László Szinyei Merse and Mellows, in which he used green-red contrast effects for the first time. By 1869, he reached his individual style inspired by plein air, the first examples of which are the light, sketch-like paintings entitled Clothes Drying and The Swing. In the same year, he painted 2 masterpieces of an unfinished trilogy influenced by the Austrian painter Hans Makart, Bacchanalia and Paganism. After seeing a major art exhibit in Munich, Szinyei was anxious to get to work on his own and decided to leave the academy. In 1870, he painted Lovers, which he considered one of his best and most elaborate works. Hand in hand and glances intertwined, a young couple are enjoying each other's company in an idyllic setting. Referring to the painting as the perfect little plein air, he consigned it to an art dealer who sold it in the United States. To Szinyei's greatest regret, he never saw his beloved painting again, as it only got back to Hungary more than a decade after his death. In 1918, he painted Lovers 2, based on a black and white photo of the original. In 1873, he completed the painting Picnic in May, which, although it was ridiculed by his contemporaries, today is considered as one of the finest Hungarian paintings. It is celebrated for its vibrant use of color and light, capturing the essence of Hungarian landscape and the joys of life. In his autobiography, Szinyei wrote, "I painted myself into the picture with my back to the spectator. I must admit I was thinking of the critics who would dislike my picture." In October 15, 1873, he married the love of his life, Zsófia Probstner. She was a beautiful woman whose portrait Szinyei depicted on several occasions. His well-known paintings of Zsófia include Lady in Violet, The Artist's Wife Dressed in Yellow, or The Artist's Wife in a Headdress. Lady in Violet is one of the best-known Hungarian paintings to this day. It is seen on many posters around Budapest advertising the Hungarian National Gallery. Also referred to as the Hungarian Mona Lisa, it depicts Zsófia, who was pregnant at the time, resting in the garden of their manor house in Jernye. In 1878, he witnessed a unique event. His brother-in-law boarded a hot air balloon. The resulting balloon is Szinyei's most original painting and is a symbol of the boundlessness of human thought and artistic freedom. Not long after, he found himself embroiled in personal and professional difficulties. Within 5 years, he lost 3 of his children to diphtheria. He was also harshly criticized for using garish colors in his painting Lark at an art exhibit in Vienna in 1883. Having returned to Jernye, he painted Snow Melting. Considered by many as one of the summits of Hungarian realistic landscape painting, it was completed only in 1895. In the decade in between, Szinyei completely abandoned painting as a result of the immense pressure he experienced in his personal and professional life. The year 1887 marked a low point for Szinyei as he faced divorce. However, the following years were also a period of transformation. With the support of his son Felix, who remained with him post-divorce, Szinyei eventually found the strength to return to his art. This resurgence was catalyzed by a retrospective exhibition in 1894, which rekindled public and royal interest in his work, with Emperor Franz Joseph purchasing his painting Jokuli. In 1896, he painted Poppies in the Field, which, along with Snow Melting, is one of the masterpieces of Hungarian realistic landscape painting. Szinyei's later years were a testament to his resilience. Despite going blind in one eye in 1902, he continued to paint with undiminished vigor. The main genre of his last naturalist realist period, which began in 1894, was landscape painting. His dedication extended beyond his work as an artist. He became an influential figure in the Hungarian art scene. From 1897, as a member of parliament, he advocated for the modernization of art education. He did the same as president of the Budapest Academy of Fine Arts from 1905 until his death in 1920. The importance of his works was also recognized abroad. He won several medals and prizes at international exhibitions, and in 1912, the Uffizi Gallery in Florence requested that his 1897 self-portrait be displayed at the Gallery of the Immortals. From 1905, he organized several exhibits in Budapest and Munich, and in 1914, the Museum of Fine Arts designated a hall to showcase his artworks. The legacy of Szinyei Merse Pál is not just in the vibrant canvases he left behind, but also in the indomitable spirit he demonstrated throughout his life. For those who wish to explore his life further, the Hungarian National Gallery in Budapest houses a collection of his works, offering a glimpse into his vibrant and enduring legacy.